Our success depends on local leadership. People who understand their communities, but most importantly, are willing to roll up their sleeves to help shape how this moment is experienced closest to home. And that's why the people in this room are so important. I am grateful to be joined today by Juniata County's County Advisor, Jess Geyer. Through her leadership and partnership, Juniata County has helped bring our statewide vision to life in a way that feels local and true to this community. And please join me in thanking Jess for all of her efforts and her service and commitment, and I invite her for an update.
All right, I want to test something first. I'm gonna, a couple times in this speech, wave this flag, and when I do, I want you to practice hooting and hollering. Let's practice. Ready? So that'll be your cue, okay? Now, 3 years ago, when the county commissioners appointed me as Juniata County's advisor to America250PA Commission, I couldn't imagine the mission that lies ahead. With the guidance and direction of Cassandra and her team, we planted the county's Liberty Tree, unveiled the Liberty Bell, visited the elementary school with Betsy Ross and the Keystone Kid, and started diving into our local history of the colonial period. I'm going to tell you 3 short stories from those revolutionary times. John Harris, founder of Mifflintown, was part of several revolutionary acts. Patriotism was in his blood. Perhaps most well known is that in the summer of 1776, he was selected as a delegate for Pennsylvania's provincial conference in Philadelphia's Carpenter's Hall. That means he was helping to form Pennsylvania's first government right like a block away from where our founding fathers were working on the Declaration of Independence. Harris helped form the first Constitution of the Commonwealth, which then formed our General Assembly, and then he was elected to be our first Assemblyman a year later. When he founded Mifflintown, he set aside land for a public house, for a courthouse, land that you are standing on this very morning. Robert Nelson, he hailed from a very important colonial family. He eventually settled in Juniata County on a large estate called Cedar Springs. Now, during the troublesome times, he is said to have provided a large sum of gold to the cause and sent supplies and food and clothing to the suffering soldiers at Valley Forge. His great zeal, sympathy, and devotion to the cause of liberty resulted in the financial sacrifice and eventual loss of his beautiful estate at Cedar Springs. The new government was simply unable to pay back those who financially supported the cause. Margaret Cochran Corbin, also known as Captain Molly, she was known for her heroic efforts at the Battle of Fort Washington. After her husband was killed on a cannon crew, she continued loading and firing that cannon until she herself was badly wounded. She became the first woman to receive a military pension and is the only female veteran to have a monument at West Point's burial grounds. And guess what? She has a Juniata County link too. Sad one. Her parents, Robert and Sarah Jane Cochran, were victims of the attack on Fort Bingham right here in Tuscarora Valley in 1756. Margaret was just 5 years old at the time, and the only reason that she too wasn't a victim is because she and her brother were away staying with an uncle. It is for stories like those and so many others that we celebrate this year. Amidst all of this learning and all of the other event coordination, we have formed a small volunteer committee for our county's celebration of this revolutionary milestone. We've spent the last 2 years dreaming, figuring out how we can turn our vision into a reality. And now here we are, a mere 4.5 months away from our county's celebration on June 13th in the park in McAllisterville. Who is ready? I'd like to introduce you to our committee members. Not all of them could be here today, but if you are here, just give a little wave when I say your name. Julie Shirk, Tammy Wirt Brackbill, Tammy Walters Brackbill, Lori Hauer, Roxanne McGinnis, Spencer McLaughlin, Debbie Clark, Bailey Imes, Jen Mahoney, and Tyler Hockenberry. That's our committee, so if you have questions about anything, you can go see any of those folks. Now, anybody is welcome. Anybody can join us at any time. These are just the folks who have been regularly showing up, attending meetings, helping get sponsorships and plan the logistics. And today, we are excited to finally announce those logistics and the programming that we have planned for our June 13th event. So here we go. First, we are having Zachariah King of Tuscarora Records. He is going to perform the Blue Juniata, as well as tell a history of that iconic song and his efforts to bring more recognition to the song's female composer, Marion Dix Sullivan. Discover Dance Works of Mercersburg. They will be here to put on a colonial dance program, and for an hour before their performance, they will hold a public workshop for anybody who wants to come learn those dances for a first-hand historic experience. Silhouettes by Hand of Baltimore is coming for 4 hours in the afternoon that day. Silhouette artist Lauren Muni is one of only a handful of people worldwide who can do freehand scissoring while telling the history of the art form, providing a truly authentic experience. And there will be no cost barrier to have your silhouette done. But I would suggest showing up as soon as she gets there at 1, because I'm sure her time slots are going to fill up really quick. Five Feathers Productions, a Native American group run by Patrick Little Wolf Brooks, who grew up on a reservation in upstate New York, part of the Tuscarora Nation of the Iroquois Confederacy. He is a 12-year Army veteran, a 6th-generation flute player, and an 8th-generation storyteller. His group will teach us about their traditions, their dances, and their songs. With as many things as we have around here named after the Tuscarora, this is kind of a big get for us. So for those of you who don't know, during the Revolution, the Tuscarora and the Oneida fought alongside American patriots. We also have The Boys coming to perform, a favorite among our local musical acts. They're going to kick off our welcome ceremony at noon that day. And one of the songs that they are going to be performing was written by a Fouts Valley resident named William Cameron. The Heroes of 1776 are coming. They're a revolutionary group who will present the flag and do some other reenacting. The Thomas Mifflin chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, they will be the keepers of our list of more than 80 revolutionary patriots from Juniata County, and they can help you learn if one of them might be in your family tree in case you want to join the DAR. Penn State Master Gardeners will participate, and are planning to do things like colonial kitchen gardens, herb use, and other colonial plant-related education. Local actors will be performing a stirring reenactment of Patrick Henry's famous speech at the church. Now, who remembers the bicentennial of 1976? Oh, you almost failed that one. Okay. Well, we are bringing back from that iconic thing, we are bringing back the beard contest and the historical costume contest. We'll also have great food provided by both regular vendors and from some great local organizations that will help them raise funds for their programs. Patriotic button buddies for kids, presentations by local historians. A veterinarian will demonstrate the importance of animals in the 18th century. Colonial demonstrations on spinning, dyeing, lace making, rug making, and weaving, all by local residents. The Juniata Valley Quilters Guild, both county historical organizations, an interactive declaration station, living history reenactor Red Hustler, colonial encampments by James Page and the Dressler family, who will demonstrate candle making, campfire cooking, leather work, laundry and home chores, children's games, and then we're going to end the night with fireworks. So that's just a list of the things that we've confirmed so far. We are still working on other things like agricultural aspects, blacksmithing, fife and drum band, Scottish bagpipes, soap making, more musical acts. We want the local radio stations there for a live broadcast, maybe some pony rides and stuff, but we need more sponsors in order to bring these things to the county residents. Last year, our committee, mostly Lori Hauer, sent out about 150 letters to local businesses asking for sponsorships. We are eternally grateful to the 20 who have responded so far, and it is because of their generosity that we have the confirmed list that I read to you already. If you are here today as a sponsor, give a little wave. Don't be shy. I don't know if you're here, but thank you so much. We announce all of our sponsors on social media. We have a list on our website. They'll get signage the day of the event. Now, Get your business and philanthropic friends to join you so that we can get some of these other acts. Now's the time. There's no time to waste because these acts are in extremely high demand this year across the state. This may seem really ambitious, and it is, but believe it or not, we've actually had to temper our expectations a little bit and give up on some of the visions that we had for this celebration, like town murals, historic walking tours, scavenger hunts, house decorating contests, an art gallery, having the school kids participate both musically and theatrically. And these weren't for lack of trying. We did ask. We were just ignored or flat out turned down. So that just makes us all the more grateful and happy for those who have said yes. Plus, this gives somebody else plenty of ideas for planning when Juniata County celebrates its own bicentennial in 5 years. Not it. Finally, 4 other quick things that we're doing outside of that June 13th date. Once again, we're going to sponsor premiums at the Juniata County Fair, same as last year. We're also partnering with the East Waterford Parade for their 4th of July parade. We're sponsoring trophies for floats that demonstrate the spirit of America in Juniata County. We're also doing a big project out at the County Museum and Academia. You have until March 1st to order an engraved brick for our new pathway that will make the museum more accessible for visitors of all ages and abilities. For this project, we are partnering with the Chamber's Leadership Class and JPH Enterprises. And finally, a 6-county initiative that created the driving tour of the Juniata Division of the Pennsylvania Canal, where every mile tells a story from Duncannon to Portage. And one of those stops is just a block away from us down at the walking bridge. We do have those tour maps and brochures and brick sponsorship forms up here if anybody is interested in doing that before you leave today. So, you may be asking what you can do to help. Now I know if you're here today, you support our effort to celebrate this American milestone, and likely you enjoy history. So maybe I am preaching to the choir here, but you know what? Choirs still have to practice. And you can help us practice by talking about this. Talk about it with your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers. Share our posts on social media. Put one of these yard signs in your yard and businesses. Hang a sign in your window. Do whatever you can to help promote and get our county hyped up for the event on June 13th. Now, many people in this county fondly remember the 1976 bicentennial, and they're anxious to relive those happy memories through the eyes of their children and grandchildren. Milestone events foster a sense of community pride and unity, and we need that now more than ever. We want people to walk away from this event proud of their roots, our communities, and how far we've come as we commemorate the constant and continuing journey to protect and build upon this great experiment. America's 250th isn't just about reflecting on our past, it's also about honoring the contributions of the people who've kept it going for generations in hopes of keeping it strong for the generations to come. We are going to celebrate us. Together, we're going to make this one for the history books. Woo!
How about a round of applause for Jess? Thank you so much. So we are proud to mark this moment with a ceremonial flag presentation. The presentation reflects the partnership between the Commonwealth and its counties and our shared commitment to honor America's 250th anniversary with purpose, with care, and with pride. So if I could ask the county commissioners to come forward, it's my honor to present this flag to you as a reminder of our shared responsibility in this historic year and to celebrate the contributions of your county to both the Pennsylvania and American story. Come on, guys. Come on, Representative. Okay.
Where are you today?
I'm gonna go right here in the middle. Is that good, Kelly? Here?
Yep, we're
okay.
good.
Here?
Wait, we can't see Jess.
Jess, good.
Just don't hide.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
There we go.
All right. Okay, I got a few, so I can.
You don't want the back of your head taken?